he couldn't quite control the ball. He tried to take it on his right foot, and it went out for a throw in, which Gallardo will take. Gallardo throws it up the line. Jimenez tucks the ball inside. Pretty industrial challenge, which the referee is going to penalise with a free kick. Just inside the Mexican half. That was Makena who committed. Well, it wasn't Makena actually. The camera panned to Makena, but it was Sitole once more that brought his man to the ground. He's not in a good few minutes, hasn't Sitole? But it was a disaster for him, that goal. We're just seeing pictures of it again. He got played the ball by Williams on the edge of the box, and I don't think he knew there was a man behind him at all. So whether Williams gave it to him and didn't shout him, I don't know, but he was rather lackadaisical and paid the full penalty. Here in Mexico once more, making progress forward with Alvarado. It's down this right-hand side. Gutierrez was involved there too, but I think the flag went up for offside because South Africa have been given a relieving free kick just a yard or so in from this near touchline, and Bakazi takes it long. Drifting a ball into the box and changed his mind. Ball might go into the penalty area now. Well, they tried to play it along the ground and there were too many green shirts in the way. Madiba picked it up, played it to the edge of the box. Mexico clear fairly straightforwardly. And that's another foul by South Africa, and that's going to result in the first yellow card of the tournament, shown by referee Sampao. And not surprisingly, it was a late challenge, which committed by Makena, who looks to recover his breath and clap his teammates, but he brought Fidalgo down in pretty industrial fashion there. That resulted in a free kick which has already been taken. Fidalgo, a man who changed allegiance only in February in order to play for Mexico at this World Cup. Here are South Africa on the ball but in their own half, and they're being heavily pressed. They decide to retreat through Mbakazi back to Williams. Williams plays it off to his right. They inch forward again with Sabisi. That ball forward comes to nothing though. And rolls through once again to Rangel in the Mexican goal. Well, Aguirre is still not that happy in his technical area, even though Mexico have controlled the opening and scored from the South African era. Quinones the scorer. 18 minutes gone, Mexico 1, South Africa 0 in the opening game of the 2026 World Cup here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Long ball forward by Mexico, headed on by Jimenez, but only comes to Madao, who's able to tidy up and send the ball back to Williams. Now, last time Williams was in this position, his ball out of the area led to a goal. Not really his fault, his defender was asleep, but perhaps judiciously decides to send it longer this time. South Africa back in possession though. Here's Alvarado on the right hand side, and a man running ahead of him. He gets it back again now, plays it through to Gutierrez. Here's Israel Reyes. Reyes touches it off. The shot comes in from distance there, and it's wide of the target. was Quinones trying his luck once again from about 25 yards out. He was trying to beat Williams at his near post and hit the side netting. I think he knew when he let fly that he hadn't quite got that right. Watching on from the subs bench is Guillermo Ochoa, 40-year-old goalkeeper of it's the 6th time that he's been in a squad in this tournament. 153 caps, the 7th most capped goalkeeper in the history of the game at international level. South Africa back on the ball, trailing 1-0. Ronwen Williams is well out of his goal. Plays it off to his right-hand side. Dow gets a touch. So played back into the back line once more. Forward by Sabisi. Oh, that ball's gone astray though. Mexico regather possession through Montez. Sabisi chases him out to this near side, but then fouls him. Referee Sampao points a finger in the direction of the South African player. Again, that was late by South Africa, by Madao. Referee is having a word with one or two of the South Africans and telling them to calm down because they're just getting a little overheated. You can imagine that Coach Broez probably said to them that they need to get in amongst the Mexicans and not let them settle, but there's a difference between getting in amongst and giving away too many fouls. Here's Alvarado on the right, swings the ball into the box. It's well headed away from the centre of the penalty area. South Africa attempt to clear through Foster, and he does well. He holds the ball up, wins his side of throw, just short of the halfway line on this left-hand side. Foster of Burnley, of course, so familiar face to English watchers of the game, familiar name to English listeners. Played back again by Madao to Ronwen Williams to this near side now, and Mbakazi. Mbakazi's long ball forward. Well, Rangel's made a mess of that. Flapped it out on the right-hand side. They went to play the ball back into the penalty area, South Africa. Gallardo blocked it. South Africa said he blocked it with a hand from just outside the box, but referee Sampao didn't want anything to do with that. Another South African player's just gone. He's been fouled on that right-hand side. That's resulted in another yellow card, this time for Brian Gutierrez of Mexico. So one yellow card apiece now. Kana just touched the ball past him, went to run down the right-hand side, and Gutierrez came across and clipped him. It seemed to me that McKenna ran on a number of yards and then decided to throw himself on the ground, but referee Sampao still decided it was worthy of a caution. So it's a free kick to South Africa. It's just a few yards in from the far touchline, the South African right. And probably 21, 22 yards from the byline. It's going to be swung in by McKenna. Plenty of yellow South African shirts in the box. Can they hit back via a set piece? They've started to steady themselves the last few minutes following the early Mexican goal. Can they strike back? In comes the free kick into the box, headed away firmly by Mexico. Retrieved by Mbakazi, lofted back to the edge of the area, but It's again a Mexican head that gets there first. Quinones attempts to clear, it comes off a South African foot and rolls behind for a goal kick. So they weren't able to make too much out of that free kick situation, weren't South Africa. And that brings us to the first hydration break. We have hydration breaks midway through both halves in this tournament because of the heat and humidity. We're quite high up here at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City. It's quite a long way above sea level, so that will be all the more exaggerated, the heat and the rarefied air. So I think you've lost us briefly, but I think we're back. Yeah, the rarefied air will be a little bit worse. So Mexico in front, thanks to Satoli's error, capitalised on by Mexico and finished by Quinones, who made South Africa pay for sloppily giving the ball away excuse me, on the edge of their own box. Satoli and Williams had a little embrace, but that's what's put them behind in this particular contest. Let's tell you a little more about the Estadio Azteca. As we said at the beginning, 87,500 capacity, largest stadium in Latin America, 8th largest in the world. It's seen plenty of stars over the years. We had Shakira here singing the World Cup song earlier, and she did so as well at the 2010 World Cup, so she's probably the only artist to sing 2 World Cup songs, you would think. And she's among the artists that's performed here previously, along with other famous names like Elton John, Paul McCartney, U2, Gloria Estefan. So it's seen plenty of musical concerts over the years. It's also seen a game that was dubbed the Game of the Century in 1970 between Italy and Germany, which Italy won 4-3 in the semi-final before going on to lose to Brazil in the final. And also, sorry to remind you of this, England fans, but also saw the infamous Hand of God goal by Diego Maradona in 1986, which knocked England out at the quarter-final stage. Well, we're about to get back underway again with a Mexican goal kick. Well, very nearly took too long there, Rangel, to get rid of that. He was closed down pretty rapidly. South Africa now inching forward themselves. Madiba. So played back into the back line though by Madiba to Ime Ocon. It's back with Ronwen Williams once again. There's Mbakazi launching one forward. Apologies, that was Sabisi launching one forward. It's played back to him here. They work it into the back line once more. Ocon has it again. Looks it to his right. Here's Madao on that far touchline. His ball back to Satoli. It's not a good one though. And Mexico have stripped them of the ball. They try and come down this left-hand side with Quinones. Touch back to Gallardo. Gallardo forward again on that left-hand side. South Africa have funneled back to recover positions. Mexico back to the halfway line. Just need to be a little careful. Got it back to Rangel. He's not really under any great pressure, so he's able to find Vasquez. And Mexico build again on that left-hand flank. 56% possession for Mexico so far. They played it through here. Here's Quinones again. Can he get it onto his right foot? Well, he did. The shot was blocked. Now launches one forward. It's far too long though. Doesn't give Ikram Reyners any chance to latch onto it. Quick as a flash, Mexico are back in possession with Fidalgo. Played the ball inside. It's now swept to this touchline. Alvarado does well to chest it down and keep it in, but that's a poor cross. Just a floaty, fairly hapless cross from Israel Reyes, and it was an easy catch for Williams. South Africa needing to be careful in their left back area. Ocon gets it back to Williams. Ocon is 22, only his 9th cap. He plays in Germany with Hanover 96. His brother Udemy actually won gold at the 400 metres in the 2024 World Under-20 Championships. So quite a sporty family. Here's Gallardo with another ball forward. Ocon is there to cut the ball out, and he's helped out by Sabisi, who's able to send it to the feet of Ronwen Williams. Williams plays it forward. That's a poor touch out to the left touchline though. Didn't give Mbakazi any chance of getting onto it. Mexico snuffed out any hint of danger. That's a loose ball forward from Montez though, which gives South Africa back possession in the centre circle. And Ocon finds Mbakazi once more. Makena gets a touch. Ocon just to his right is Sabisi. It's back to Williams. Now here's Mbakazi on the left-hand touchline. Midway inside his own half. Ocon. Williams has ventured out of his goal in his all-blue kit to help South Africa retain possession. They now play a long ball forward. Surely a flag will go up here, will it not? Well, the ball was played across the area, but somewhat inevitably the flag went up against Madiba. As soon as the ball was kicked, my inclination was he was offside, and he was probably 2 yards offside. He did reach the ball, get it. Well, he forced the corner off Reyes, but of course the corner won't stand because the free kick has been given for the offside. So, free kick to be taken by Rangel, who will loft it forward in his sort of Charisse coloured kit. We won't have any problem carrying on. We wouldn't have any problem carrying on if this was an evening game here in Mexico City, because you could navigate via his shirt, I think. We're playing in the early afternoon here in Mexico City. And Mexico have put the ball out of play. But it's a throw to South Africa. They didn't take it from the right place, but they found Mbakazi just inside the Mexican half. Ocon now. Played forward by Mokoena. This is better from South Africa. Can Foster find room for a shot? No, he couldn't. And his pass out onto the wide to Madao was poor. Madao is frustrated with Foster because he knows that was an opportunity to create something, and it was carelessly given away. And you don't get, well, on the evidence of what we've seen so far, South Africa won't get that many chances to get forward. 34 minutes played here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Mexico 1, South Africa 0. Here come South Africa once more. Here's Alvarado. He's got a man overlapping. It's Reyes. Reyes doesn't get there first, though. It's a good challenge from Mbakazi to put it out for a throw in. I think Reyes saw him coming and knew that he was going to put it out for a throw and allowed him to do so. It's a throw just about level with the 18-yard area, which Reyes throws to feet. Here's Alvarado. That's good from him. Tucks it inside. Gutierrez. Played to a more central area now. And they work it to the left. Can they fire it across the box? Well, they did. When Williams was down to save. It was Jimenez lurking. In the Mexican half once more. Midway inside the half, it's going to be a throw, which Gallardo will take. He throws to feet once more to Fidalgo. So work to Reyes on this near side, the Mexican right. He's slowed the game to walking pace. Played it inside to Montez. Montez gives it to Eric Lira. Now Vasquez. 6 attempts at goal, 2 on target for Mexico. Nothing at all from South Africa. And that tells you about the flow of this opening half. But Mexico will know that their lead is slight for all their dominance. They'll want a second goal. They have the ball on the halfway line. Played inside. It's Vasquez. Creeps into the centre circle. His right is Montez. Montez returns it to Vasquez, who retreats back to goalkeeper Rangel. He lofts it up to the halfway line. Jimenez is beaten to it. The ball is headed back into Mexican territory. That's loose from Gallardo. South Africa possession. Forward they come with Aubrey Madiba. Sitoli. Now Sabisi finds Madao up on that far touchline. Back inside from Madao, swept from right to left. And Mbakazi gets onto the ball, looks to loft one into the penalty area. Header comes in. Flashes wide from Foster, but that's better from South Africa. Never. Counts as a shot on target for South Africa. It's the first one they've had. And we're in the 38th minute. So at least a grain of comfort for South African fans to hold on to. They have the ball once more. Here's Mbakazi. Mbakazi plays it just to his left-hand side. Jaden Adams now lofted down the right-hand touchline, but headed in field by Gallardo and safely gathered by Rangel. South Africa on the ball once more. That's a good ball out to this near side where Alvarado is onto it. Plays it back to Quinones. That's a slightly strange ball from him, right the way across the pitch. Finds its way to Gallardo once more. Here's Lira. Pokes it forward. Fidalgo turns away from it. As if he may have been taken late after he got rid of the ball, though. And the camera followed the ball, and the next thing we knew, Lira was in a heap, about 7 or 8 yards short of the centre circle. The challenge was rash and unnecessary because the pass had gone astray anyway. It was Sitoli who was leaving him in a heap. He's not had a half to remember, Sitole. Robbed of possession to concede the opening goal. He's building up a little catalogue of fouls, should we say, which is not going to endear him to referee Sampao. So it's Mexico's turn to give away the ball there for a moment, but they've recovered it. And Alvarado got it out to this near touchline where Gutierrez was, well, it was Alvarado that was brought to ground by Mbakazi. Gutierrez's pass. Gutierrez is 26 and Alvarado is 25, and sometimes you look up and see one number and it's the other, so I do apologise. All in the centre circle. Alvarado competes for it, wins it. There's Jimenez now. All in the centre circle still with South Africa. With Mexico rather. Green shirts have had the better of things. They've worked that nicely as well. Here's Gutierrez. He was looking for Jimenez, who'd made a little run in the left-hand channel, but the ball didn't reach him. It's back with Mexico once more though. Gallardo plays it in field. Here is Alvarado now, and now Reyes on this near side, the Mexican right. A lovely save, once again by Williams. Well, did Jimenez get anything on that ball into the middle? That's my question. Would he have been offside anyway? Well, I think he got something on it. He did. Ronwen Williams has thrown himself to his left and clawed it away once more. Well, he's denied Jimenez not once but twice in this half. Ronwen Williams, without him, Mexico may well have been out of sight. And they're coming again here. Looking to put in a shot from distance. It's deflected. It's pulled back across by Alvarado. Here's another chance. It's hit the post. Desperately close for Mexico to a second goal. But it hits the woodwork instead. And now Mbakazi's been brought to ground, which will bring South Africa the relief of a free kick. The shot came in. I think that's Quinones again, you know. It is. It was Quinones again. And looking at it, I wonder if Williams even got fingertips on that and got it onto the post. In which case, if he did, the fingertips were precious. But Quinones might have had two. And Raul Jimenez might have had two as well. In a first half that Mexico have dominated. They still only lead 1-0. With 2 minutes to go to the break, or 2 minutes plus stoppage time. It's Alvarado. They're knocking the ball around nicely, are the Mexicans. They picked it up again with Fidalgo. Jimenez is making a run. He's played forward towards him, but it didn't reach him. He applauded the Quainer. Ball played forward now to Ikram Reyners. And Madao plays it forward. It's got a touch off Gallardo. It's gone behind for a corner. I think you've lost us again. Briefly. And I'm not sure why. I think you're back with us now. Apologies for our technicals, everyone. I think we're back with you. Just over a minute of normal time left in the half. South Africa with a set piece. They Had one earlier in the half and wasted it. Can they do better here? They played it short. Into the penalty area, headed away. It's come back out and been gathered finally by Rangel. It's a shot from Mbakazi. It was on target. Probably goes down as their best effort, I would think. I understand that you keep drifting in and out from us at the moment, everyone. I do apologise for that. Our technicals are giving us one or two difficulties, but we'll keep the commentary going as we approach half-time. It's Vasquez on the ball. It's played forward just short of the halfway line, lofted forward. It's a good run, but Ronwen Williams is out to hoof the ball clear. Comes as far as Montez, just outside his own penalty area, to the left-hand side, and Gallardo. No indication of how much time we're playing for stoppages in this first half. Lira turns away from a challenge. Once again, I think our coverage may be getting interrupted, but we'll carry on. Ball is played out to the far side, and Gallardo. Gallardo back to Vasquez. Now Rangel. Give it a loft one forward once more. Clear it over this near side touchline for throw. Throw to Mexico, about 10 yards from the byline. Well, they threw the ball away, and the referee's giving them a countdown, threatening to award the throw to South Africa. They've finally taken it. Shot comes in. It will be kept in by Ronwen Williams. And it's in his possession. That was what I was reminding you of earlier on, that if one side takes too long to take a throw, it will be awarded to the other side. And they attempt to make progress down this left-hand side. There is Aubrey Madiba looking to get a cross in. He can't do so, and he's not even won the corner. Well, I think he thought he had won the corner, and he's letting referee Sam Powell know what he thinks about that. And I think he's got a case. I think that should have been a corner. But the VAR rules here are that you can overrule a goal kick having been given, but you can't overrule the other way, as it were. So they lost out there, did South Africa. Well, they come again. They've played a little better in this last 5 minutes since their post was struck, but they've given the ball away just as I say that. South Africa attacking down the left. That's a lovely ball through. Oh, I think they got caught between deciding on a shot and a cross then. Gutierrez, he got the ball in a nice bit of space. I think he thought about shaping a shot towards the far post, but he was aware that Jimenez was to his right. And in the end, he neither shot nor found Jimenez. And the ball's rolled out harmlessly for a goal kick. Much to head coach Hugo Barras' annoyance. Mbakazi with the long ball forward, playing the last few seconds of the half. Well, they tried to keep it in by the corner flag, but it's gone out for a throw. Montez was the nearest Mexican to the ball, but decided he wasn't going to throw it in. So one of his teammates will do the honours. Well, he won't have to, I don't think. Has the half-time whistle been blown? Well, I think it has. And it's Mexico that lead at half-time. They lead through Johan Quinones's early goal, which happened because Ronwin Williams, the South African goalkeeper's pass out to Sotole, caught Sotole unawares, or I think he was unaware that there was a Mexican shirt behind him, and he got stripped of the ball just outside the box, and Quinones fired it home from the edge of the area through the legs of the goalkeeper. And really, Ronwin Williams has kept his side in it. He's made two superb saves from Raul Jimenez, and we've also seen Quinones with another shot, which I'm pretty sure Williams got his fingertips to, and which crashed against the post. So Mexico could be out of sight at half-time, but as it is, they only lead 1-0. So 1-0 to Mexico at half-time here in the Azteca. Well, welcome back, everyone. It's World Cup between Mexico, the co-hosts, and South Africa. Mexico in control at half-time, leading by a goal to nil, scored by Julian Quinones after just 8 minutes after a mistake involving Sitole of South Africa, who was stripped of the ball on the edge of the box after a rather injudicious pass out from his goalkeeper, Ronwen Williams. If Williams was partially at fault for that, he kept his side in the contest with 2 brilliant saves from Raul Jimenez, and also got fingertips to another shot from Quinones, which cannoned off the post. A long shot from Mbakazi, the only real effort of significance from South Africa, who have a lot to do in this second half, which is now 20 seconds underway. It doesn't appear as if there were any changes at half-time. Oh, they've given it away again here, South Africa. At the beginning of the second half, they presented the ball to Fidalgo, and he couldn't force it in. And again, another ball out to the edge of the box was presented straight to, in fact, it's Lira that had the ball on the edge of the box, and he couldn't make the most of it. Came straight to him. He got round one defender, but he was forced too wide. Tried to play it back across, and it was smuggled away. But again, Williams, his distribution was dreadful. His hands have been great, his feet not so good. And that should have been a second goal for Mexico right at the start of this second period. Here is Fidalgo.